Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to SCORE, New Jersey, Lights, Camera, Business, which is a presentation by the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission. Just want to make sure that you're in the right place. So if you're looking for some lights and some action, you're in the right place with us today. I'm going to give it just a couple of minutes. I can't see the participant. Oh, here we go. I see it. We have people still coming in. So we're going to wait just a couple of minutes to give everybody a chance to grab their lunch in front of them and come on in and get settled for a much nicer day today than it was yesterday at this time. I don't know. In Somerset, it's starting to get clearing up and the rain is gone. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Some people still coming in. I'll give it maybe another 30 seconds and then we'll go ahead and get started. If you're just joining us, this is the SCORE, New Jersey webinar, Lights, Camera, and Business with the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission. This is the first time that Elizabeth's been with us, so we're really excited for that. Okay. And okay. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started. We've got quite a few people in, so we'll go there. So welcome again. And for those of you, most of you, I presume, are very familiar with SCORE, but just a couple of seconds to remind you about SCORE and who we are. We're a group of business expert volunteers. Our organization is nationwide, and we're a resource partner with the Small Business Administration. So we do the same things. Our mission is the same as SBA, and that is to help small businesses get started, to grow, and to prosper. So anything to do with small businesses and helping small businesses, we like to do that. The three ways that we operate are, number one, by providing free business advice and mentoring. I think the mentoring part of our services is probably the most important part. You can contact us at score.org and find a mentor, and that person will work with you directly to help you with all aspects of your business, with whatever you need. And you can work with that person or a team of people for as long as you have the need to do that. So, and that mentoring and advice is free. We offer business training, and that's what we're doing today. We have webinars, and in some chapters we have local in-person seminars now. After COVID, we're doing in-person presentations on a whole variety of topics, and you're getting those, I hope, in your email, in your inboxes, to show the variety of webinars and seminars and workshops that we have available. And then we have lots and lots of business resources. Again, going to score.org, you can find pretty much anything that you need, any kind of information you need about your small business. And those resources are extensive, and they're all for free. So take advantage of the services, and we would love to see you and mentor and work with you. So this morning, we have Elizabeth Parchment, and thank you, Elizabeth, for being with us. We really appreciate it. Elizabeth works with the New Jersey Motion Picture Commission, and she helps communities get involved in the motion picture industry in New Jersey. She's been doing this for quite a while. She certifies communities to be film ready, so she could help your community get ready to be a location for a film or TV production. She has lots of experience at the state level, working as chief diversity officer, and has worked in the governor's office on volunteerism. So she's got a broad range of experience with volunteerism, with businesses, with New Jersey and the film industry in New Jersey, and with small businesses. So she's really an expert, and we really appreciate her spending her time here today. So I am going to turn it over to Elizabeth. Take it away, Elizabeth. I'll move myself up, and we welcome you today.
Well, thank you so much, Jane and Nancy. It's been a pleasure meeting with you, and thank you for reaching out and seeing the opportunity in the motion picture and television industry and community, the ecosystem that we have built in New Jersey. So it's an honor to be with you all here today and to speak to really the opportunities that exist in the small business arena. I'd like to first start off with a video since we are the Motion Picture and Television Commission. We'd like to start off with a video just to liven things up a little bit here, and then we'll jump right into our presentation.
Another beautiful day sitting in New Jersey. In fact, we're shooting about half our current episode in New Jersey. So if you're a fan of
Jane, I
FBI
don't
Most
think you can
Wanted,
see the video.
you see me and the team track down criminals all over the country. You might wonder, how do they manage?
Jane? Jane, are you there?
Parking lot and not a single reporter.
Yes, I
coming.
am.
That's because the
It's
reporter
not showing on the screen. If we can, I don't know if it's because of what you're screen you're sharing and start over.
I am sharing this.
Manhattan, Cape Cod, Harbor
I am.
Island,
You don't see it at all?
No, you might need to unshare,
within New Jersey.
pick that screen again and start it again.
Variety of looks, the ability that we're able to just shoot all.
Now do you see it?
Has been
No.
fantastic for us because obviously.
Do you see it?
Show that shoots 22 episodes
Yes.
in a season to every state in the continental US.
Oh, no.
in a 10-month
I am so sorry. I am screen sharing. The video is on.
Maybe reshare.
I am screen sharing.
And when you screen share, does it show that's what you're showing in that little box?
Yes.
Can represent our show. One of the things that
I-
New Jersey really is helpful. for us
Everything is
that
on.
We can actually go to a town like Newark, and we can cheat it for New York City, where we have better options in terms of doing.
Oh,
Now
there it
it's-
is. There it is. Can you start it again?
Bringing and elevating the production value, and
I
that's
apologize.
a good.
That's okay. All right, everybody.
Okay, here we go.
Now, we're not hearing the sound.
We're shooting about half our current episode in New Jersey. So if you're a fan of FBI Most Wanted, and you've seen me and the team track down criminals all over the country, and you might wonder, how do they manage to get to all those different places? Well, I'll tell you. It is New Jersey. Action.
I think the
For the
video
news crews.
body, so we
Murder in
can,
a news station parking lot and not a
I can
single
go right
reporter
into my
covered. That's
presentation.
because the reporter is dead.
We're a manhunt roadshow.
What's his last name?
He has houses in Manhattan, Cape Cod, Harbor Island, and Bali.
Get the popo to the ones without palm trees.
The partnership that we have built with the New Jersey Film Commission has been amazing, given the variety of looks, the ability that we're able to just shoot all in one state has been fantastic for us, because obviously we can't take a show that shoots 22 episodes in a season to every state in the continental US in a 10-month span.
One of the first things we look for when we scout is we're looking for character. We're looking for houses and we're locations that have vast different amounts of storytelling aspects that can represent our character within the show. One of the things that New Jersey really is helpful for us is that we can actually go to a town like Newark and we can cheat it for New York City, where we have better options in terms of doing car chases, bank robberies, and really bringing and elevating the production value. And that really gives us a good opportunity to tell the stories properly.
Without a fugitive ID, our priority is nailing down a motive fast.
I was drawn to shooting in New Jersey for this episode because the script required a lot of different houses. So there's great residential neighborhoods in New Jersey where you're not too packed in like you would be in the city, and you're around a neighborhood that would be excited to see filming because they don't see it all the time. And they're more likely to welcome you, and you can get a lot of what you need. For this episode, we ended up finding all the houses that we needed in the same areas. So it was really helpful for us.
Second, okay.
And 3, 2.
Montclair State, I knew had a really awesome TV studio that looked like a local regional news broadcast, which is what we needed for this particular set script.
We have to find the killer, or the person who has committed the crime, be it wherever. So we have to find a state-specific location. And what's good about New Jersey is that it offers us different looks that can double for other states.
The hell happened?
Savannah came in at 12:47 p.m. Security guard recognized her as she was leaving, tried to detain her. Miles intercepted him and they escaped.
3 or 4 different houses that we're using to represent different neighborhoods. One is very high-end house, which is lower end. So it's like 4 different looks of different houses that we have in different neighborhoods.
We try to tend to hub locations together. So the fact that Jersey can provide city environment like Newark and a suburban environment like the Oranges, farmlands like Bloomingdale and Western New Jersey, it offers a wide range of interesting places to film.
Definitely the best part of New Jersey in filming for me has been the food. But no, actually, it has been the history of what we have with our company there. In addition to FBI Most Wanted, Wolf Entertainment shoots Law and Order Organized Crime there. We occasionally will go there on FBI. We have a history there of Law and Order SVU. So it's been years and decades really of New Jersey and their film commissioner welcoming us with open arms. Every person involved has been helpful and welcoming and has made this an incredible experience for us since we started.
Read this son of a bitch's rights.
There's one simple vision hack anyone can use to improve vision, so you can say goodbye to your optometrist for good. Did you know that vision impairments have nothing to do with your eyes? The eyes are simply a camera for the part of the brain responsible for your sight. Here's the truth. No matter what type of glasses you wear or what eye treatments you
All right, so Jane, am I ready to go?
Yeah, I can't get out of here. I'm sorry.
All right, well, sorry for those technical difficulties there. You plan for things and sometimes they don't, technology sometimes gets in the way. So I'm just going to jump right into our presentation here. The video was meant to show that video was a promo video done by NBC. Universal who has been a long time partner in New Jersey, and they use various locations as well as businesses that double as locations in their for their scripts, for their unscripted series, their scripted series, for their movies, and etc. So I just wanted to kind of whet your palate there for what the possibilities are in the state of New Jersey, not only as a small business that services the film and television industry, but also doubling at using it, your business as a possible location that can be featured in a project. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your time. Happy New Year to all. It's a pleasure to join you here because small businesses will continue to be key in filming in the state of New Jersey. I'd like to give a little bit of a state of the industry in New Jersey here, to give big picture here, macro, and then we can talk about the micro and how your small business and small businesses can thrive and be a part of the production industry in New Jersey. So 2023 was a very interesting year for the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission in a number of ways. First of all, our commission both administratively and physically moved to a new home. We were part of the Business Action Center in the New Jersey Department of State for pretty much the last decade, and we are now a part of the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. Just to give you a bit of history, the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission was created by the act of the legislature in 1977 and has been operational since 1978. So actually our move to the NJEDA makes a lot of sense as we've been working closely with Tim Sullivan, our CEO, and his staff since the advent of the financial incentives for filmmakers and a program run under the EDA. So I'm going to turn my volume up here because it seems that it's a little low. If you can drop a line in the chat to see if that's better, if the audio is a little better for you. So the explosive growth of the New Jersey production industry since 2018 is really not a shock to the board members and the staff of our commission. We knew that the potential was there all along. All we had to do was level the playing field in New Jersey to allow New Jersey to fairly compete with other states in the country and countries across the world. That mission was accomplished, and I assure you that despite amazing progress that we've already seen and accomplished, we haven't even come near to the heights that can be achieved in the state. We are confident that New Jersey can and will become one of the most active areas for film and television production anywhere. So our move to the NJEDA was one of the big headlines for us last year. The other was, and as you might have heard about this, the strikes by the Writers Guild of America and SAG-AFTRA, and I would like to emphasize this to talk about how it relates to your small business. They were much discussed and very impactful in regard to our local production industry and filmmaking throughout the world. Around mid-May of last year, both guilds went on strike and major production came to a screeching halt. The effect is that businesses wholly dependent on a steady stream of production work for their income had a rough go of it for a while. And I would point out that there are plenty of businesses that don't exclusively serve the entertainment industry, but derive substantial income from the production work, such as hardware and lumber stores, food stores and caterers, hotels and car rental facilities, RV rental companies, stationery stores, and the list goes on. Anyone who lives in a town that's experienced a substantial amount of filmmaking knows that production crews are like small armies, and they utilize the full resources of the community, patronizing businesses everywhere. The good news, of course, is that new contracts have been negotiated as of last year, and production is gearing up to return in a big way. Just as we completely recovered from the lengthy production shutdown caused by the pandemic in 2020 and reached new heights of activity in 2021, the same type of bounce back will take place in New Jersey. We expect this year, 2024, to be another record-breaking production year. 2022 was a banner year for New Jersey's film industry. Production work in 2022 generated over $700 million in revenue for the state, a record year, up from $67 million in 2017. So can we just pause on that figure for just a moment, just to see the exponential increase that we've seen in just a mere 5 years and the potential of this industry? 95 feature films, 21 miniseries, and about 100 television series and specials were made here in 2022. We're still crunching our numbers for 2023, but we expect 2023 to also be a very significant year, despite the strike of the 4 or 5 months that the industry was on strike. So, however, in the first half of 2023 alone, we have estimated that production work generated over $600 million. A lot of movies and television shows were filmed here from January to June. Also in 2022, tax credit projects alone created over 8,500 jobs in New Jersey, not even accounting for the construction jobs that come from studio development. This industry produces a massive amount of employment, and that will only increase with the attention of studios and other businesses that support the film and television industry. The industry we're cultivating here was built on more than just production work, which can come and go. The foundation of this industry is being built on the bedrock of permanent infrastructure, bricks and mortar businesses that are being attracted to the state because of the constant flow of production that we're enjoying, as well as the small businesses that already exist here that support the industry. Studios are a big part of that. And I'd like to highlight the studios just so that you can understand the level of that we're building an industry in New Jersey that's too big to fail and how it relates to your small business. Feature films frequently shoot on studio sets, and television series almost always rent studios to house permanent sets and that they return to again and again. Typically, a network television series will begin filming in late July or August and continue until March. And so crews will sometimes be working under rather dicey weather conditions here in the East, and production companies need to move on to studio sets, sometimes referred to as cover sets on bad weather days, and often good weather days as well. As many of you probably know, several large soundstage facilities have opened in New Jersey in the last several years. We have Cinelli Studios, Caven Point in Jersey City, Palisade Stages in Kearney, 10 Basin Studios, Sustainable Studios, and then we have some very big studio projects on the horizon, which I'm sure you all have heard about. Lionsgate Studios in Newark, which will have 5 stages and a total of 250,000 square feet of production space. 1888 Studios in Bayonne, a very large complex to be located on the old Texaco site at the city's southern end. It will have dozens of buildings and is being designed in the classic Art Deco style to evoke the golden age of Hollywood. Netflix Studios, which I'm sure you all have heard about as well, at Fort Monmouth. This will be one of the largest studio and backlot complexes in the country. It will be built on close to 300 acres of property and consists of sound stages, support spaces, and plentiful office space. The plans are quite spectacular. They are now available for public comment, and if all goes well, it will go before the Fort Monmouth Redevelopment Authority for approval sometime this year. This will be a lengthy process, but you should see by 2025 that it will be, construction will be happening, and by 2028, it should be operational. And there's much more coming. Permanent businesses creating full-time jobs and giving the film and television industry the support they need to accomplish their creative work in New Jersey. Okay, so next slide. So just to give you a little history about an understanding of what the Film Commission does and how you can partner with the Film Commission as a business to partnering with production companies. I'm just going to give you a little background on our commission. So since 1978, the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission has supported and nurtured this creatively vibrant and economically vital industry, hosting over 26,000 projects, contributing over $4 billion in the state economy. But exactly what do we do? And how can your business partner with our communities to benefit from the explosion of production activity in the state and in your communities? First, New Jersey contains 21 counties and over 550 municipalities. Each city and town has its own unique regulations pertaining to film production. Our staff is well versed in these matters and makes production companies aware of local laws, permits, insurance requirements, and procedures. Each project requires meticulous attention to satisfy a number of needs and challenges. As a one-stop hands-on resource for all production needs, our commission provides a multitude of services from the initial point of contact through a productions wrap to ensure a successful experience between production companies, all agencies of government, and the private sector, including small businesses. Okay, next slide. Okay. So these are the resources that are available to production companies, and this is how it relates to your small business. The first thing is that our location library, which exists on our website, is a repository of the locations available, the sites that are available for filmmaking in New Jersey. What is important about our location library is that not only can homes and locations and public property and farms and beaches be available for sites as filming locations, your business can also be available as a filming location. I think about when the Many Saints of Newark was filming that movie in Newark 2 or 3 years ago. They shut down the entire street of Market Street, and they had to pay each business to be able to recreate and redress those businesses to reflect the era of the time, which was around 1960, 1967, that they were using it in the movie. Also, one of the businesses provided catering for the production crew. So they were able to utilize on 2 different levels, on 2 different aspects, having their business shut down, used also in the film, as well as providing catering. Our production services directory, which lives on our website, also is an online listing of nearly 2,000 professionals and services that cater to the production industry. We have a whole range of categories and services that we'll get into in another slide, but these professionals and services are called on by production companies when they want to film in the state of New Jersey, and specifically in a certain community. So our system is very, very sophisticated. We break it down by community, by category, whether they're union-based or not union-based. And we offer this directory to production companies as a way to connecting with businesses in the state of New Jersey. Our Film Ready program is another really exciting initiative that we launched last year that prepares towns to become film ready, to be able to welcome productions to New Jersey. So how this trickles down to small businesses is that, number one, we want to be able to attract productions to filming in New Jersey. And we do that by showcasing the state of New Jersey. Once they're here and they're filming in your community, then they call on businesses, small businesses, to be able to support their business because it's an ecosystem that is created. So that's our Film Ready program. We offer that to different municipalities. We offer to municipalities as well as counties. It's a whole certification process, and we encourage businesses to put a little pressure on their municipality to participating, because once you bring film production to your community, then the trickle effects is that they're using your small business in that production. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so showcasing your town. This is our marketing effort to be able to showcase the state of New Jersey. Next slide, please. We'll just go into that a little bit. So we always get asked by businesses, we get asked by communities, we get asked by pretty much everyone when we talk about our location library and how to showcase the state of New Jersey. What attracts a producer's attention? What attracts a filmmaker's attention to want to be able to come to New Jersey and complete their storyline and have it on the big screen? Well, first, on our website, as I mentioned, we have a location library, and we currently have over 4,000 locations in our system, which is called Real Scout. It's our platform where we host our images, and that filters into a global database, and it renders in a search to anyone in the world. So a filmmaker can be in Dubai, or be in the south of France, or be in Wisconsin. And if they're looking for something specific, they'll type it into this database, and anything registers in our state in New Jersey, it'll bring up those locations. So we have over 64,000 locations, photos. And I'd like to point out of all the locations that we have in our database, the most are located in Bergen County. The least amount of locations are located in Salem County. And I point that out to say that there's a lot of opportunity, no matter whatever county that your business is located in. There's a lot of opportunity to increase the number of locations within your county to be able to showcase the state of New Jersey, your county, your community. That will end up, from the macro level, end up trickling down to you and the micro level of being a benefit of production companies coming to your location. Okay, next slide, please. So what are filmmakers looking for? You know, we tell them, and you can tell your community, you can tell your government officials that filmmakers are looking from the ordinary to the extraordinary. You never know what may attract a producer's attention. The requests can range literally from the incredibly broad to the incredibly specific. Our staff is very well versed in deciphering what a filmmaker needs are in the state of New Jersey, and we really kind of function like an encyclopedia, where we know where certain locations are, but we're also looking to unearth different locations in the state of New Jersey, site locations, to be able to showcase the uniqueness of communities and towns. And once that production comes to your town, they're being exposed to the businesses within the town as well. Okay, next slide, please.
Oop, did I go too far?
Right, you have to go back one more. Okay, so just to give you very quickly of what our database looks like and how to showcase your town, I'm featuring here are the Bergen County Courthouse, which is one of our sites that's in our location library, and what it would display to the public. So we'll have some pictures that you see here on the left side, as well as some thumbnails, images attached to be able to showcase and get a good representation of that property. We'll list a description. There's a map. We always point them back to our office to be able to start the engagement first, to seeing if that site is available as a potential filming location, and it can even be your business as a filming location. And then we start that marriage and that happy relationship there and move forward. We have a QR code here that you can use right now just to be able to play with our system a little bit. You can do a little search. You can search by location. You can search by architectural style. You can search, there's so many different categories and drop down menus of how you can search, and just to see what's in your community. It's a fun little exercise for you to do at your leisure. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so as it relates to our production services directory, and this will be specifically to your business. So the tax credit program in the state of New Jersey, our financial incentive program, which has attracted film production to the state, has created a constant flow of filmmaking activity in New Jersey. It's luring permanent businesses as well, as I had mentioned, studios, equipment houses, post-production facilities, and more. It's also created opportunities for local small, minority, and women-owned businesses. So our state features a deep and talented film crew, along a strong freelance pool and a host of other services. And the commission, as I had mentioned, has an online directory listing over 2,000 New Jersey professionals and a growing list of certified minority and women veteran-owned businesses that cater to the film, television, and digital media industry. We'll be launching officially a campaign, a small business campaign, to get more businesses listed in our directory and certified with the appropriate designation, whether they're a minority, women, or veteran-owned business. I'd like to emphasize that point as well, because a part of our financial tax incentive program, which attracts productions to New Jersey, is that we have a 2%, we have what's called a 2% diversity bonus. And that bonus is that on top of the existing financial incentive tax credit that they will get if they utilize small businesses, minority, women, veteran-owned businesses, or really just minority and women-owned businesses in their production. So they get a 2% uplift on that. So there's a huge incentive for production companies to utilize businesses with that special designation. Okay. Next slide, please. All right. So here are just a little taste. We have about 200 categories in our production services directory of the types of businesses that we're looking for. But this is just to whet your palate of the ecosystem, the limitless opportunity for businesses that are not as visible, that can cater to the film and television industry, from accounting services to advertising agencies to florists and furniture, office space rental companies, graphic designs, of course, hotels and makeup supplies, to printing services and office supplies, to security services and toilets, and even, rental of those portable toilets and web designs and tents. So there's a range of businesses. Literally, this industry touches on pretty much every industry that you can think of. Okay, next okay, so how can you get registered in for a listing on our production services directory? Use this QR code. It'll take you directly to our website. It's a very simple form to complete. Very nominal fee, $15. We'll get you a listing on our website, which is good for 3 years. And then after the 3-year renewal period, we'll contact you just to make sure that you're still a legitimate business and up and running. But you can fill out this application. You'll list there's categories. I believe you can select up to 3 or 4 categories of the type of business that you are and what will service what can service the film and television industry. There's also a section that if you are a minority or women-owned business, you can fill that out, that designation, but we do require that you have to upload your information, your certification as a certified minority or women-owned business. If not, we also have a link on our page on that form. If you are a minority or women-owned business, but you don't have that designation by the state of New Jersey, that process is very simple. It'll link to the Department of Treasury, and you'll be able to fill out that application there, which I believe the treasurer has completely waived the fee to become a certified minority women-owned business with that designation. Once that's complete, and if you fill out that application, you can send us that information and we'll get that listed in on our website and amplify that you do have that special certification and designation. Okay. I don't see the other slide that I had added, but I just want to give you I just want to give you an example of the economic impact that a production has on businesses and in a community. So one of my favorite stories was in 2022, I believe. Gabrielle Union, who is the wife of NBA player Dwayne Wade, was making the Netflix romantic comedy The Perfect Find. She used social media to amplify businesses in Newark, posting to her 20 million followers on Instagram that Halsey Street is a vibe. She highlights 12 Newark businesses that gifted her various products and gave a special shout out to Closet Savvy Consignment, where she bought an outfit. the very next day, I believe that business sold out. Her
Wow.
husband, NBA star Dwayne Wade, also coordinated a beautiful wrap party for her using catering from Newark's Cornbread Soul Food Restaurant and Jersey City's Vegan Vibes Juice Cafe. You can't pay for that type of exposure. The slide that I did want to show here, but I'll just kind of read off the numbers here, is that Wild 'N Out, you may be familiar with the show Wild 'N Out, hosted by Nick Cannon, filmed a full season of shows at Cinelli Studios in Jersey City and provided a huge boost to the local economy. Over $10,000 was spent for equipment at Hard Out Productions in East Hanover. The show's art department purchased $467,000 worth of construction materials at Dyke's Lumberyard in Weehawken and at the local Lowe's. $33,000 was spent for makeup. $565,000 was spent for props and rentals. Ubers alone for cast and crew totaled $672,000 to usher them back and forth from their hotel to set. And then the production spent $9,000 alone for trash removal and dumpsters using Walinta carting in Secaucus. And finally, feeding the crew cost was a line item of $112,000 using Time Catering in Moonachie. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Moonachie, right? Okay, so that's just a little example of just one production that yielded so much local impact to that community in the surrounding area of utilizing businesses that may not even be as well thought of. And so we really encourage small businesses in the state to get registered on our production services directory, and we'd be happy to help you with that as well. That's all I got for now, and any questions, I'd be happy to answer them at this point.
There are some questions. Jeffrey wrote, what opportunities are or could there be for still photographers?
So most of our productions utilize union-based workers, but for still photography, there are probably opportunities for indie projects or smaller projects that are looking to incorporate some type of still photography within their final product or on a post-production level. So we on our website, we always post, we have a job board, as well as through our social media, where we're constantly posting when production companies are looking for specific types of services that they can use.
Shonda asked, are businesses that can be mobile located outside of New Jersey, are they able to participate?
Outside of the state. As far as registering on our production services directory, you do have to be a business registered in the state of New Jersey. The thing about our tax incentive is that when production companies are loyal to New Jersey by our tax incentive program, our tax incentive program stipulates that production companies have to patronize, have to use and incur expenses within the state of New Jersey. So there's incentive to use businesses registered in the state of New Jersey. If a production company wants to utilize a business, a business outside of the state, they certainly can, but it doesn't incentivize them to do so.
June asked, how and where can college students get internships so as to get experience in this industry?
Our commission actually hosts, we have an internship program. We usually take between 2 to 3 interns during the fall semester as well as the spring semester. Just go to our website, and I apologize for not dropping our website link on one of these slides here, but it's film.nj.gov, I believe, or just Google New Jersey Film Commission. Our website has a page that talks about our internship program, which we're revamping. So you can get connected with us there. You can also get connected with me. Just drop me an email because I'm actually revamping our internship program, but there's opportunities as well. I'd like to also mention that we will be kicking off a production assistant boot camp training, which is a real world intensive 2-day boot camp training that trains individuals from this residents in the state for entry level positions in the industry. It's specifically for production assistants, whether they're office production assistant. And so we do offer that. We will be offering that soon.
Candace asks, I'm a catering company in Monmouth County. I would like to get into craft services. How can I learn more about this so that I can take advantage of the opportunities you just shared?
Yeah, so connect with us, connect with me, and I'll connect you with our team to be able to walk you through that process. But if you're a caterer, yeah, we definitely need more catering companies, and there are certain criteria that production companies are looking for because you're servicing a very large crew. So we can connect you with that. We can talk a little bit more about that offline.
Richard asks, how do you change an existing listing?
Contact me as well. I'll have our team make the changes. Just shoot me an email with the change that you would like made, and I'll have our team update that on our website.
Jessica asked, is state certification okay? I'm assuming for the minority, women, veteran owned.
State certification as a business, yes, but there is a special designation certification as a minority or women-owned business. So if you're speaking about that type of designation, that is in addition to your state certification. That designation has to be done through the Department of Treasury, and there's an application for that, and you'll have that special designation.
Prudence asked, hi, I would like to know what opportunities would be available for digital marketing businesses, paper products with design.
Digital marketing. So production companies, they usually have their own PR team and marketing team. However, for the smaller productions, they look to utilize digital marketing. Well, I believe that's one of our categories in our production services directory. Go ahead and check that on our website and seeing if there's any category that your business will fall under. And as soon as you have that listing, you can get listed. You can apply for a listing on our directory, and that will give you exposure to the industry of those who are looking for that type of service.
A number of people have asked for us to put your email in the chat.
Drop that.
Okay. Deborah asked, are costume design, hair, and makeup artists needed?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, I know that as a business, we're trying to lure costume businesses to New Jersey. That's number one. But the service, just in thinking of in terms of, I don't think I really touched on this a little bit. We're building an industry that's too big to fail. We have all the pieces in place, but the next piece, of course, is workforce development, training the next generation, and making sure that we have enough crew to be able to service the film and television industry. One of the areas that is lacking is costume design. So there's a lot of opportunity there to get on the ground level, and those are union-based jobs, and which most of our productions are union-based. A lot of them are. So there's significant opportunity for costume design in that space. Very exciting.
Prudence wanted to know, how can we sign up for notifications on boot camp training?
Get connected with our office as well. We sign up for our newsletter. And when you sign up for our newsletter, your email address will also be added to our contact list, so that when we do send out notifications about boot camp trainings that will go to you, as well as just really getting connected with our social media. We post a lot of things on social media. I will say that whenever we publicize our boot camp training, it sells out with usually in 24 hours, and we offer it free, but what meaning sell out, meaning that the sign-ups usually 24 to 48 hours because it goes like hotcakes. And we offer that free. We usually have a studio that partners with us and sponsors it, but at each session, we only allow 30 participants at a time. So I would make sure to make it a regular habit to stay connected with our social media on Twitter, what's the new name? X or whatever the new name is for social media, and just making sure that you really stay abreast too when we're sending out announcements and responding quickly.
Cornelius asks, are there any state requirements you need to meet in order to be placed to be utilized in a film? Like, do you have to own the space you're offering?
As a location site?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. So if you have a business that you're renting from, or you're renting the space there, yes, you will have to get permission from the owner. If it's your home, of course, you know, you're entering into a contract with the location manager and with the production company. So all things have to be in place, is that you are the authorized representative to be able to enter into a contract to use that particular property or location within a production.
Lou asks, do production companies use employee health and safety consultants or recruiters?
There is a department, the studios, they already have that in place. Independent films, your smaller productions, they probably may call on consultants. I know when COVID was very rampant, they relied on a lot of healthcare consultants. But typically they have those guidelines that are in place that are administered by the unions.
Sorry, I'm just looking through all the lots of questions. Alexandra wrote, what plans are in place currently for the commission to work with New Jersey historical, state, and local organizations and nonprofits in commemoration of the U.S. 250th anniversary celebration in 2026?
Currently we don't have, I don't think we have any plans in place, but we are, I think on a historical front, we will be launching a new initiative that celebrates New Jersey's history as the birthplace of the American film industry. And so we are working with different organizations that call on that from a historical standpoint, but I'm a little more limited in my response to you as far as specifically what you mean. Is there, if there's a specific type of initiative that you're speaking to, or is there an opportunity for the Film Commission to work with an organization? I'd like a little bit more information to be able to respond properly to that.
So she could write to you and get more info. Jeffrey wrote, do production companies deal directly with the vendor, or does the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission act as a middle person? Good question.
It depends. It depends on the production. They typically, yes, they work directly with the vendor. Almost usually, typically they work directly with the vendor. If there is an instance where the production company needs the involvement of the commission, we're certainly happy to assist with anything. We act as the middleman and the liaison in many ways, so we like to be involved as much as we can. But of course, if there's contracts specifically, that is between the vendor and the production company.
Rosemary wants to know how to list her home at the shore as a location.
Wonderful. I think we had that QR code in one of the slides that will take you directly to our location library. And when you're in your location library, there's actually, it's on our website. We have a drop-down menu at the top of our location library that utilizing that tool. And then there's also a link there that you can list your home as a site. That service is free as well. Not the production services directory that for businesses for a listing, that's a $15 fee, but to list your home or even your business as a potential filming location site, there's no fee to do that. There's a form, very intuitive, very user friendly, and it'll just ask for specific information. Then you can upload your photos. We even give tips on how to photograph your property. We give some tips like keep it people free, keep it cat free. We don't want any headshots, and just get a good representation of the property from the interior as well as the exterior. I think there's a limit of how many images you can upload. I think about 25. And then of course you would need to, there's a disclaimer, you need to be the authorized representative of that property. And then they'll come to us, we'll review it, make sure the pictures look in order, and then we'll make it live on our website.
Cinderella asks, are they looking for extras? If yes, how can we be notified?
Our social media as well as our dashboard. When we get job postings from production companies, we list it on our website. So check out our job board. Also check out our social media accounts, because whenever production companies are looking for extras, they'll send that to us and we'll send it out, as well as casting companies. If you would like to be a part of that type of community as an actor, I would suggest connecting with a casting agency. And there's really good ones in the state.
Alexandra wrote, how do art dealers work with the film industry in New Jersey? What economic impact do they have?
The productions may have a very specific need for that type of service. So first, getting listed on our production services directory. I think we actually have that category of art for art dealers. That will give you exposure in that marketplace. And if that type of service is needed, a production company will contact you, more than likely to use whatever products inventory that you have within there as a rental. That's what I'm thinking as a service.
I did move to the next slide where it has your information. So everybody hopefully has gotten the information. Jane's been putting it in the chat, as well as it's on the slide. Anita, I have a consultation firm for child talent. How do we work with the production for jobs and exposure?
For child talent. So one of our staffers is our expert liaison on child talent and getting, because there's a whole process there of using child actors in a production, and you have to go through the Department of Labor and get special permits. But as far as child talent, that would be through an agency as well.
I'm trying to make sure I've gotten everybody. Gina asked, how can production services or vendors on your site seek out employees for their companies?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I would suggest possibly working with an agency for human capital. I wouldn't necessarily post something on our website. That's more so staffing issues. So I would probably connect with either Department of Labor or some type of platform that has exposure for those who are looking for jobs and talent. So job talent boards, I would say. So posting for job talent boards.
I think we're at one. I have, somebody asked, what is the website for newsletter sign up? Is it all under nj.gov/state/NJ film?
Yep, our website has, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see an area where you can sign up for our newsletter to get on our newsletter. To make it easy as well, you can email me at elizabeth.parchment@njeda.gov, and we'll make sure you get connected on our distribution list.
All right. I know we've reached the 1 o'clock hour, and a lot of super engaged people, and looking forward to getting more information, I think, by connecting with you and looking online. It's certainly exciting. I'm going to go look and see if my community is in the ready list. And I know as a mentor, I've reached out to some of my clients and had them look at the list of small businesses that are needed in times in the productions. And I think it's exciting what you do, Elizabeth, and really appreciate how the state of New Jersey is at the forefront of this initiative.
Yeah, wonderful. And we're also hosting our upcoming Film Ready workshop will be on March 27. I believe it'll be in Morris County. So we're inviting municipalities in Warren County, Sussex, Middlesex, Morris County to participate, as well as any other municipality that hasn't had a chance to participate in one of our previous Film Ready workshops. So a little disclaimer here, this is specifically for municipal governments, elected officials. This is teaching them how to prepare their towns to become film ready, and then that will trickle down to your business. So, you know, it isn't really the venue for small businesses to come to, but I would implore you to making sure that your town is represented at one of the Film Ready workshops and going through that starting that certification process, because that only benefits your small business to be able to lure productions to your community. And thank you all, and great questions, a lot of engagement, very, very, very great questions, but feel free to reach out to me at my email address and I'll be sure to get back to you and follow up with you.
I think you're going to get lots of emails, Elizabeth, from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. So we really appreciate it. We look forward to continuing to be in contact with you for future SCORE engagements. Thank you all. We will be sending out the recording and the slides. And so you'll get that information in the next couple of days. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.
I'm going to cut the webinar.